can you tell my cat that I love him in cat and ask him if he loves me back? Can you ask him if what I gave him for dinner tonight was enough? And can you tell me what he says back?
Yeah. English, we are not serious.
Meow, purr. Was that enough? Now let's see what he says back.
Just hear what he's saying right now.
I understand. It sounds like your cat might be quite content right now. Perhaps even
The cat
purring in
knows you are
satisfaction.
beautiful. That's not cat language.
Watch this.
Stand still. I'm an investigator. Hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey.
Some English people can hope.
Stand still. Hello, Mama. Stand still. Hey, no. Hey. Hey, hey. Amba.
This is a black rhino, and these things are actually very, very big animals. The bigger ones can go up to like 3,000 pounds. Typically, they're more around like 1,800 to 2,000. They can get up to 3,000 pounds, but the thing is, they run very fast, like up to 35 miles an hour fast. So you think of like a 2,500 to 3,000 pound animal running 35 miles an hour. That is a bowling ball running through the savannah or the woods or wherever they are at. But what you may not know is black rhinos have very, very bad eyesight. So they really just rely on their hearing and their smell above all. And that kind of causes problems with them because they'll see something in front of them, like say it's one of those safaris, like the Jeep or something going through, and they just can't see what it is. It just looks like a blob to them, but they hear it and smell it. And that's when they do those bluff charges or try to like run at people like that, it's not typically because they're actually trying to attack whatever that is. They just really cannot see, and they know that they're probably bigger and more powerful than whatever that is. So they will run at them. Most of the time it's bluff charges. They don't attack people a lot, but that's what happens a lot. They just can't see, so they run at them.
Really, you've never seen a rhinoceros, but good vibes.
I feel so sorry for you if you still think it was a meteorite that fell from the sky. Yeah, like I feel sorry that that is the only capacity that your brain can handle, that it was a meteorite. Because I'm going to tell you right now, that was not a meteorite. But if that's what you want to believe and that's all your mind can handle, that's on you. That's not me. But this meteorite that everyone thinks it was, sorry, I'm just laughing at the fact that people think it was a meteorite. Now, the reason that I'm laughing is because so many reports are claiming that it fell in multiple states. Now, sure, things can break apart and fall when it comes to the atmosphere, but I don't recall one meteorite breaking up and going into 5 different states. And actually, one guy has a photo from his front yard where the meteorite is physically glowing. Now, some reports are saying, especially from NASA, are saying that it was 3 feet in diameter, but then multiple people are claiming that this meteorite was much larger in different areas in different states. And in one of the resident areas where this meteorite fell, the residents are claiming that there are unmarked and very suspicious blacked out SUVs all over the area. Now, call me what you want, but I don't remember the last time a meteorite required unmarked black SUVs. But hey, I know what I believe in and I know the truth. So I just wanted to say, if you're one of those that still believe in the meteorite that fell from the sky,
What could it be?
we're going to leave it at that.
Do you guys know what really fell?
You own this old car here?
Yes.
Can my husband, he was born totally blind, but can he touch it and try and guess the make, model, and year? Thank you so much. He loves old cars. Here, Mike, tell us what you got.
That'll be at least a 40s or 50s Chevy. Oh man, yeah, this is a 50s model.
52, he got it, huh? Thank you. Yeah, thank you so much.
That's good vibes, my friend. Love all humans.
In China, you don't just cross a river normally by going across a bridge. You go underwater, let me show you the coolest way to cross this river. That is where we're gonna go, right there. First, we're gonna go down these stairs right here, then walk past this beautiful flower wall, and then down into this tunnel. Grab a ticket for $8 and head this way. And down even further we go.
Look at this.
Thank you. And when you get to the bottom, this is what's waiting for you. Oh my gosh, this is so cool. Look at this. There are fish up on the walls right there. Meteor shower. I just love how China turns everything into an experience. They're like, we could just build a normal train underwater, or we could do that. So much fun. And then this is your view when you come out on the other side.
Friends, that was awesome. Epic to watch it.
Newspaper. So you want to know the meaning of each of the letter of the word newspaper. N stands for north. E stands for east.
West.
W stands for west.
South.
S stands for south. P stands for past.
Oh. And
A stands for
present.
and. P stands for present. E stands for
Event.
event.
R.
And R stands for report.
So north, east, west, south.
So north,
past,
east, west,
present
south, past, and
report.
present event.
I just
report.
learned that today. Did you know that's what it really means?
Get y'all ass in here and sit down. I think I found Ursula, y'all. Not as pretty as you thought. In fact, this thing is horrifying. And once again, the fins by the what will be ears on a human. It's not hair, people. Check out the body. Okay? These are fish. These are fish. And although they are mythical beings, no, not mythical beings, majestic, mystical beings. Because there's nothing mythical about them. They are real. They still are aquatic marine animals. Fish. And look at the tail. Let's pay attention to the tail. Now, in these videos that we have popping up all over TikTok, where we see these beautiful, big, majestic looking tails coming out of the water in all different types of colors, they're not real. This is what their tails look like. Their tails are mostly slender with their fins on the bottom. See, this is the body of a different mermaid. Same type of tail. Pay attention to the hands. Well, not hands, the appendages. Ain't no running from that shit. Ain't no running, bitch. Look at that. Flippers. Flippers for hands. Here's another one. See the tail? It's not a big, beautiful, luscious tail, people.
Wow.
It is a fish tail. No pun intended. But yeah, guys, I show you this one just to show you that they, although they are built similar, they, like many other species, have different characteristics, different looks. Like the one I showed you yesterday had that protruding mouth. This one, this one's a bit more shocking than the last one. Especially them rows of teeth. So before you hop your ass out there on your surfboard or your boat looking for these creatures, please, please leave that to the people who dine on them, okay? We have no business messing with this. No business. Leave these creatures alone. There's a reason that we are not coexisting side by side with these creatures, okay? But enough about that. I want to know what y'all think about him. Because he definitely a boy.
I know, I don't think so.
Ugly.
My neighbors probably think I'm evil with my dog outside in the rainstorm, but he doesn't want to come inside. He wants to run, jump in that puddle over there, and he wants me to watch him. Yep. He'll come back at the door. It's lightning outside. I go, come on in. He just wants me to watch him.
Yeah,
jump in
the
puddle.
dog is probably telling you what you should also be doing.
Why do they have lines? Why they in lines? You can literally skip the line and get the train. What the hell? They're all in the line. You can literally just go straight to the door, bro. What the hell? Why are you all in lines? Look at them. You just go in the train. I don't even want to go in the train. Oh, this life is corrupted. Everyone's in a circus. Look, they're all in the line, one by one, waiting to get on the train. Ah, life is a simulation.
It's right there in front of you. We would have a civilized society, law and order, peace, organization, and lack of just utter bullshit if certain groups of EBT behavior of all countries, clearly, because you can see this happening in America. He may be in the UK or overseas, but you see the people that are trying to create a sense of, like, you know the word. You know the word. You don't want to say the word, but you know the word. Skedaddle.
Well, my friends, sometimes life is more confusing.
Some breaking news. Iran just allowed 2 Indian oil tankers to pass through the Strait of Hormuz, and this has really annoyed America. India is one of the largest buyers of Iranian oil, and because of that, Iran just allowed them to buy it and export it. But something you need to know, this comes only a day after it was confirmed that China has also bought 11.6 million barrels of Iranian oil since the conflict started 2 weeks ago from Iran. And so this is Iran sending a very clear message without saying it, that any country that wants to start buying Iranian oil will be able to get oil, because it's Iran who's closed the Strait of Hormuz. However, if you want to buy oil from Qatar, Saudi Arabia, the UAE, etc., you won't be able to get it because Iran has shut the Strait of Hormuz, and this decision could cause a war. But there's something important you need to know. This is not a new thing that India has started buying Iranian oil. They've actually been doing it in secret for quite a long time. India is actually the largest buyer of Russian oil, and they also do that in secret. And so India has a way of getting around sanctions, and they do the same thing with Iran. India, for the last few years, has been buying Iranian oil as the sanctions against Iran have become stronger and stronger, and India makes a lot of profit by doing that. Iran also gets to sell their oil. It's a win-win for everyone. But India gets about 40% of their oil from Middle Eastern countries, and now that the Strait of Hormuz has been shut, they can no longer get that, meaning they need to find a new supplier, and it seems they have. And it's now been confirmed that at least 3 Indian oil tankers have been allowed to pass through the Strait of Hormuz and presumably go to India. Whether India has paid Iran to allow them through, or whether India has signed a deal to buy Iranian oil, we don't know. Either way, Iran has to be getting something in return for allowing these Indian-linked oil tankers to go through the Strait of Hormuz. This is a big deal. It shows Iran is really jumping on the opportunity of this war, and they're making quite a bit of money by doing it, we presume. Of course, the side effects of that is they're taking a lot of damage militarily. But this is still important. India seems to be buying oil from Iran now. However, you can leave me a follow as I keep you up to date on all of the global news that you need to know about, that you won't hear anywhere else.
That's interesting. Wow. Hey, did you know? Oh,
Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. You guys need to stop. You understand? I've had enough of it. You got it? Do you understand me? Thank you. See you later. Take care.
Just solve the conflicts there. I respect to him, man. He's doing what humans are meant to do.
I just spoke with Afroman. Yes, that Afroman. He was in court this week to testify in a civil lawsuit which he ultimately won on Wednesday and was found not liable of defamation.
We have freedom of speech. They did me wrong and sued me because I was talking about it.
In 2022, police raided his home in Ohio on a search warrant looking for drugs. They didn't find any and charges were never filed. Afroman then released a few music videos about the police raid, which included some of his own security camera footage. Several Adams County Sheriff's deputies sued Afroman for monetary damages, claiming he profited off their images.
It's my song, it's my life, and it's my song that life gave me. I was gonna clean my room, but then I got high. Life gave me that song. I'm gonna continue to sing that song. That song reminds me of a certain part of my life. Life gave me, will you help me repair my gate? Will you help me repair my door? Life didn't give that song to Michael Jackson. Life didn't give that song to Bruno Mars. Life gave that song to me.
So what's next for Afroman? You've written songs about the raid. You wrote songs in the days leading up to court. Do you plan to write a song about the trial?
Why not? Why not? You want a song about the trial?
I do.
You got it, brother. I wasn't going to do it, but then you wanted it.
I think a lot of people are going to be grateful for that.
Yes. I'll sing about the trial.
President Trump's joke to Japan's prime minister about Pearl Harbor is raising eyebrows worldwide. As Stephen Fabian reports, mouths are still dropping that he went there in front of a visiting dignitary.
There is stunned reaction today to President Trump's Pearl Harbor joke in the Oval Office, right in front of Japan's prime minister. He made the crack in response to a question about the Iran conflict.
Why didn't you tell U.S. allies in Europe and Asia, like Japan, about the war before attacking Iran?
We wanted surprise. Who knows better about surprise than Japan? Okay? Why didn't you tell me about Pearl Harbor? Okay?
Watch Prime Minister Takaichi's face. Her reaction is subtle but noticeable.
There was some startled laughter, even an audible groan in the Oval Office after that remark. Japan's prime minister herself looked a little startled, but didn't say anything in response.
The surprise Japanese assault on Pearl Harbor, as depicted in the 2001 movie, drew America into World War II. The attack on December 7th, 1941, the day that will live in infamy, is still a source of lingering bitterness between our nations, even 84 years later, and despite Japan's current status as one of our greatest allies. In Japan, the reaction to Trump's joke is a mix of scorn and dismay. Japanese scholars and politicians are aghast, says the New York Times.
Anytime you mention Pearl Harbor, it brings up a chapter of history that nobody wants to remember in U.S.-Japan relations. And I think the immediate reaction was, I can't believe he just said that.
As for the prime minister, she gave no indication that she was offended. In fact, just a few hours later, at a state dinner in her honor, she complimented the president and wished his first son, Barron, a happy birthday. He turns 20 today.
I know he has grown up so much into a very tall, good-looking gentleman. Donald, it is very clear where he got it. Of course, from his parents.
Something on